When life gives you sprouted onions, or better still, when your onions sprout by themselves because you store them the wrong way for too long, what do you do with them? Well, for starters, you can eat sprouted onions if they are not moldy, mushy, or leaking liquids. However, you can actually turn your sprouted onions into more green onions, or better still, more bulb onions easily if you follow the method I'm gonna show in this video. I'll share tips and tricks to get the best outcome throughout this video, so stick with me till the end. And at the end, I'll also share with you one thing you should never do with sprouted onions. Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Obi's Garden, your trusted source for reliable gardening tips. Once you have the sprouted onions, fill up a container with well-drained soil. I normally use sandy loam soil, which is easily workable and is great for onions, but commercial potting mix can also be used. Make a depression in the middle of the soil and bury the whole sprouted onion bulb partially in the soil. Make sure that the sprouted end is facing upwards and it is not completely covered. Give it a light watering if the soil is already moist, or water it thoroughly if it's dry. Keep the plants in a partially shaded area if the weather is hot, but keep it in the full sun when the weather is cool. This is how the plants will look after about 25 days. The depression around the shoots is due to the original bulb, which is completely broken down. Depending on the onion variety, you can end up with more shoots or fewer shoots than these, but you will always get more than one shoot. If you want to use it as green onion, you don't have to pull it out. You can just cut off the top green part and use it in your meal. After cutting, water it and new shoot will begin to grow after a while. However, if you want to grow them into bulb onions, you need to pull them out, separate them before replanting. Make sure that you get as much of the roots intact as possible. Use a rod or garden trowel to pop up the plant before pulling it out. Carefully separate the shoots with the help of a knife, making sure that each shoot has some roots attached. Even if a shoot has no roots, you can still plant it, although its growth will be slowed. You can replant some in the old spot or a completely new spot with well-drained soil. In this demonstration, I'll be planting in a new place. Create holes that are about 4 inches apart. Plant one shoot in each hole, making sure that the roots and shoots have good contact with the soil. Don't plant it too deep or else the plant will die. Notice that I planted the onions together with chili pepper in a hanging garden. I have a separate video that focuses on growing chili and the process of making the hanging garden. You can check it out with links in the description box. After planting, water it thoroughly. Subsequently, water only when the top 1 inch becomes dry. Alright friends, this will be a good time to smash that like button if you're enjoying this video. If you've not already subscribed, kindly subscribe for free to support our work. Don't forget to turn on notifications or the bell icon so you don't miss our next video. Your support is greatly appreciated. 1 month after transplanting, this is how the plants looked. Some had even started to form bulbs. Within a period of about 1 month and 2 weeks, the first bulbs will be ready to harvest. Harvest by just pulling it up as shown. If you want the bulb to grow bigger, you need to fertilize the onion with nitrogen-rich fertilizer a few days after transplanting, and then fill that up with a potassium-rich fertilizer when the plants start forming the bulbs. After about 2 months, most of the bulbs will be mature and ready to be harvested. You can harvest when the shoots completely die down. However, if there are heavy rains, it can lead to rot. Depending on weather conditions, it may be better to harvest right after the stems fall over, just like this one. Onions must be cured in a dry place before storing. It took a total of about 3 months to go from sprouted onions to first bulb onions. And as you can judge for yourself, the process is simple and easy to follow. Give it a try and let me know what you think. As I promised at the start of the video, the one thing you should never do with sprouted onions is to eat them fresh or use them in raw preparations such as salads. Sprouted onions have a more astringent taste and you are likely not gonna enjoy it. Once the onions sprout, it is better to use it in a cooked meal or grow it as depicted in this video. You should toss the sprouted onion into the compost pile if it's moldy, mushy, or exuding fluid. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, like and share it so that more people will benefit from it. Check out our other videos or see you in our next. Until then, it's adios.